Hi everybody, good morning. Hello everybody, good morning.
Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is Kavya here. And okay. So today I'm here to give a small session on AI in supply chain management here. And just small glimpse about myself. I have an about 4 years of experience and I'm currently working in AT&T. So I have my background strong in data engineering, data analytics, and right now I moved on into agentic AI as well, which is right now the buzz keyword that we hear everywhere. So okay, so yeah, sure. Okay, let me start by presenting my screen here, and as you all know, I'm here to just give a session on AI in supply chain management, and before that. I'm sorry, everybody, just a small minute. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, hi everybody. Sorry for the delay. So, as you all know, I'm here to present AI in supply chain management here today. I guess there was a session this morning. I guess there was a session this morning about the same topic. I'm not going to bore you a lot. Just a small gist about whatever I planned. I'll just cover it up. And then let's have a hands-on on a gist of Power BI and Snowflake as well. So I hope I keep you entertained. So this is my agenda here. This is mostly about how AI helps in supply chain management. And coming to supply chain management, you all know the theoretical explanation here is just like, it is like a group of people, organization, resources, or whatever involved in creation and sale of a product or whatever can be to the end user. So it is like from the time of production till the time of, from the time of manufacturing to getting it into the market and then selling it and then giving it to the consumer will be the final, the outline of this supply chain management as a whole. So a lot of industries are relied on this because like a small labor to anybody technically or a bigger company are all relying on this technology or on this field of work some way or the other. And like you see, the key components here are just suppliers, manufacturers, warehouses, distribution centers, retailers, and customers that I just explained you. So it's like us starting from the beginning and then reaching to the customers. So this has been quite a field since longer time. Like as you all have known, right from the time we were like all of us have been seeing, this has been there even before internet or whatever. And as technology has evolved, we have slowly developed ourselves in some way or the other. Let it be initially when we had nothing, and then when the computer came, we started inventorying everything, putting it in the system, and then the calculations were taken place and all of that sort. So every time when an update came, we were actually equipping ourselves into that. Right now we are going to see why this is important, and I'm going to tell you why how AI is going to help us. So as you know why it's important, just these few points. Like obviously the efficiency, it is just to reduce waste and lower costs and customer satisfaction. Because again, like I said, the end user is going to be a customer. So whoever has worked from the beginning till the end, or the middleman here, is always going to the final goal is to satisfy the customer here. So that is the ultimate goal everywhere. And the risk management, obviously, when it's going to be a lot of logistics involved, again, the risk management should be reduced. And the competitive advantage, let it be, there are like any business you take up, there's going to be a lot of competition. So quicker you are, the faster you respond, people are going to come to you and they're going to, take advantage of you. So more better you are or more quicker you are, you're going to get your audience or you're going to get your customers. So that's how it's going to work. And sustainability, obviously, as this we are in that thing to even protect us environmentally so that we are safe and sound everywhere. And yeah, again, these key aspects, like I said, to make all these work efficiently or whatever, what will be the aspects here? Again, it's going to be just planning. Proper planning will help us, have an overview, forecasting, have a pre-plan of what is going to happen, kind of scheduling. And sourcing, obviously, you're going to correctly choose who you want to go and who's the supplier going to be, how you're going to procure all the things. And manufacturing again. And manufacturing is going to be taking a lot of time. And logistics, of course, the transportation, the distribution, and whatever. And inventory management, like I said before, it's going to be balancing just to meet, obviously, like given here, we have to know the demand, only then we're going to satisfy our customer. And the information flow. So this would be the key aspects. Before that, okay, okay, one second. Sorry. Okay. So before all of that, what has been happening all this while, how the traditional SCM has been happening, and how you're going to like, suppress or, get away with all the redundancy or whatever blockages we have with AI is what we're going to see now. And before all of that, generally, what is AI? Anything that can be done, anything that involves a computer action here is going to be AI driven. Let it be decision making, let it be, optimization, let it be, of course, now it's even humanly, human brain has got able to understand, able to differentiate. As long as you're going to keep equipping itself with a lot of models and a lot of data, it's going to absorb and give you right info at the right time. So again, like I covered, what and all is AI doing here? It's obviously going to learn. It's going to acquire a lot of knowledge from data, and reasoning will definitely happen because based on a lot of information. When it's humanly, obviously you're not going to remember everything what your father or your grandfather had taught you in a business. But again, you're going to type in here. You're going to get a lot of info. You're going to just dive deep, and obviously you're going to get into some kind of a solution because you have a model anyway that's happening and it's going to give you a solution. And understanding language, which is a part of any computer aspect, and perception, it's going to easily recognize whatever things you're going to do. So now let's come back to whatever happened in the traditional supply chain issues. So again, there was like demand uncertainty and poor forecasting. Like I said, it's going to be like people to people communication. We're going to actually lose a lot of info, and it's going to be a person to person communication. So you're not going to plan things way ahead, and you're not able to forecast because you don't have a lot of data in your hands. Again, inventory mismanagement, whatever has happened earlier. Now everything is stored somewhere on a cloud. You're not going to even traditionally store it anywhere like it was happening before. And supply delays and risk, like I said, anybody wants a quicker response. Anybody wants a quicker solution. So no delays would be happening. At least you're going to understand. And the rising transportation costs here, I'm not going to reduce the transportation cost, which here I'm going to say it's like, for example, I'll show it when I'm sharing the advantages. And lack of real-time visibility, like I said, it's going to be just a two-person communication rather than a lot of people getting involved and talking about what is happening or updating what is going to happen, and complex global operations. Now, how this is going to rectify? Again, like I said, it's going to collect a lot of data from ERP, CRM tools, and whatever sensors and any other tool. It's going to just get info wherever it is going to try to get an access and help it work. And it's going to train models using historical data. Using ML models, you're obviously able to make predictions. When you're able to make the right predictions, you're able to actually know what tomorrow is going to be like. So you're going to plan the previous day itself. And recommended actions. This is where the transportation issue might be a reason. So right now we have our own Google Maps which is going to say whether it's the right time to go here or whether it's a traffic area or whatever it's going to be. So that's going to be stopped by our AI. I'm not going to say AI has helped, but again, automating processes or alerting so that no person is left without an answer here. And obviously benefits of AI. So it's going to actually give an accurate demand forecasting, and it's going to be a real-time inventory management and predictive maintenance of equipment, improve supplier risk management, route optimization, and automated quality checks and anomaly detection. And obviously, the better efficiency, the cost reduction would be there, improved customer service would be there, real-time insights and decision making, and increased automation, which is going to reduce a lot of labor work, and better quality control is going to happen here for sure. So, when you just look into SCM or supply chain management, the primary thing would be like so these are the categories that we fall into. First is like demand forecasting. Second is inventory management. Third is route optimization, and fourth is predictive maintenance. Fifth is supplier risk management, and sixth is warehouse automation. So, what is demand forecasting? So basically, how we are going to skip that part is AI itself is going to analyze the historical and real-time data. Like I said, even today's data, you're going to, with the help of OpenAI right now. Earlier, at least we were having a dump of AI and a dump of data which was already trained. So there was a limitation with whatever even if it was not giving the right answers a few years back when OpenAI came into picture. But right now, it's getting updated super fast, and there's a lot of competition. Everybody wants the accurate data, so everybody will keep updating the latest. So that's how the real-time data is also getting fed there, and it's going to improve the accuracy of forecast for sure because it's nothing manual here. It's going to be completely modeling, so it's going to help you what works and what not works, and reduces overstocking and understocking. With the help of all the forecasting, you're going to know tomorrow if it's going to rain, tomorrow it's going to people here, or whether it's a war somewhere in the country or somewhere in the globe, and it's going to affect your global thing. So whether people are going to come to you and buy or not is going to be up, like pretty much found earlier. And I thought I'll share a live example for every application here. So I'll bring in company examples. So Walmart itself analyzes a massive amount of data, which is like I just wanted to show like how they're using demand forecasting in their case. So they actually process the data to forecast which products will be demand, because Walmart is like the OG market in terms of like everybody, and there's like any product you get into, so they need to know which actually works, which doesn't work. So they are itself using this AI there to optimize the inventory level, ensuring which stocks work good and which doesn't go, like which doesn't sell, so there's no overstocking. And obviously with all the predictions beforehand, they're going to reduce a lot of waste, and the inventory costs are going to get lower, and there's going to be improved customer satisfaction because whatever the customer needs is going to be available at the right time there. And then the next application would be the inventory management, like I said. So how AI is helping here is AI tracks stock levels in real time. We all know that. And it's going to be predicting the needs of tomorrow's also beforehand. And it prevents the stock out and reduces waste. Again, let me show an example. So Amazon uses its algorithms to track their inventory levels in real-time access. So they predict whether the stock is running low and automatically trigger replenishes. We have seen all these examples when there was a crash and all of that. But now people are able to predict way before, like the sale going on, the 3 day sale going on, whatever is going to happen. People are rightly recognizing, and after a lot of clashes or something, with the help of artificial intelligence here, we are able to predict that there can be a crash happening at 12 o'clock when you're actually releasing your sale, because it has happened last year, it has happened the previous year. You have a data in hand, you have a model in hand that's going to alert you. So be prepared, be in a case that you don't get into any crash is what is happening. So again, Amazon uses for their inventory management here. And route optimization, it is nothing. Just like I'm saying, it's going to suggest the fastest routes, and again, like traffic, weather, real-time conditions, and reduces delivery cost or whatever, because it's going to because when there's no loss obtained, they're not going to get an extra charge from you. So again, UPS, they are using this AI algorithms to again think, and also Orient calculates the most efficient routes for drivers. So this is how they are going to avoid traffic delays and reduce the overall delivery time. Now coming to the next application, predictive maintenance. So with the help of sensors and AI together, it's going to help you predict whether a machine is going to fail or whether it's going to work or whether what is the lifetime, because everything is already stored somewhere and you're going to get constant alerts. So it's going to even obviously the downtime wouldn't be a problem here, and it's also going to save you a lot of maintenance costs, and it's going to obviously increase your lifespan, the machine's lifespan. So it is like someone has been working for so long, and if even the info is not passed, you right now have everything automated. This has to be done every 15 days, or this has to be triggered every 30 days, is already pre-planned. So you in a way that you kind of save your own machine. You also know, like even if it's a labor's mistake, the machine is going to take care. So you're going to this predictive maintenance works better here. So here I'm going to show an example how Siemens, help use AI in their things. For example, Siemens equipped manufacturing machines and logistic equipments with sensors that collect real-time data on temperature, vibration, and performance. Isn't this cool? Because every time a bigger company like this, they're going to get into any issue or something, the advancement and all, the focus will be gone on something else. Well, here they're going to try to predict when a machine is likely to fail or reduce maintenance. So this has happened and they're successfully driving it. So this is the real-time example I wanted to show you. And the fifth application is supplier risk management. So AI evaluates supplier reliability and risk. So for example, it analyzes news, performance data, and market trends, obviously, and helps in strategic sourcing. So the example would be IBM here. IBM leverages AI to analyze vast amount of data from news sources, financial reports, social media, geopolitical events, anything and every information you want to go and track an info of, you're going to get it via here. You want to connect, you connect with something, get their info, and whether you want it to be alive or whether you want it to be a dynamic, you're going to decide. You're going to take it that way. So it's going to give you early warnings. It's going to give you the risk source for suppliers, helping procurement teams take proactive measures. And IBM's AI-driven supply risk enables companies to anticipate disruptions, select reliable suppliers, and maintain a resilient supply chain. The last one is warehouse automation. AI-powered robots for sorting, picking, and packing. So improves speed and accuracy and reduces labor cost. So here, Ocado, this online grocery retailer, is an example here. They are using AI-controlled robots that actually it works on a grid system to pick and transport products within the warehouses itself. So this algorithm here optimizes the movement of these robots to maximize speed and efficiency while avoiding pollution. So this is about it. And yeah, like I said, challenges might be like initially when you're going to start, it's going to be high implementation, data privacy and security. When it breaches, you're going to get into a trouble. A resistance to change, people will have that mentality. When anything new comes, we don't immediately get changed to it. And need for skilled workforce is always going to be a problem here. So what can be the next future trend here? So right now you've seen that we've seen it's going to help. In Siemens example, we saw that it's going to predict even the temperature. So AI with IoT for real time will actually gain a lot of chain visibility, not just in that product. Maybe we can find in any other things. And again, blockchain integration should be needed. And it's going and the main thing is we want a sustainable ones in the longer run. Otherwise we don't want technology to overcome, and we don't want people to suppress because of that. And enhance human AI collaboration, real-time dynamic pricing and procurement adjustment happens. So earlier it was like when it's a Christmas, there's a hike, or where there's a price range going up, or when it's a New Year, there's a range going up. But now, because of the dynamic pricing, what is happening in today's day, you don't have to define something in the beginning of January till December 31 to finalize. You can do it dynamically because the demand changes everything, and with the uncertainties that we are facing today, even with related to our wars or any wars that you've been seeing, it's going to be dynamic here. And okay, so I just thought the next one, I want to show Power BI, but before that, I just thought I'll show a small glimpse on Snowflake. So I think that will also help you. So that we will use it as a back-end cloud data. I thought I'll show you that too first. Okay. Okay. Snowflake is actually a cloud-based data warehousing tool here. So this is actually going to, this is, you can say it's a data lake, it's a data warehousing. You can do querying, transformation, or whatever you want. And then it not only does that, it actually helps us even to visualize things in future. So that how equipped, or that is how efficient Snowflake works. I'm sorry I couldn't share the company, so it's just a screenshot one that I'm sharing here, because I thought I'll do a live one, but I don't have the access here. So, for example, on the top right that you see the databases, the worksheet, and this is okay. So it is somewhat similar to your conservative SQL or whatever you've been storing, okay? But it is just going to be a cloud-based storing. And obviously in cloud-based, you had just SQL querying in a lot of applications like Citrix, Alteryx. But here it's actually flexible to sit SQL, or it can be Python, even PySpark. It's that efficient. And the one you see is actually the role that you're seeing, and this is the level of access you're going to see here. And so here on the left hand side that you see underneath is going to be the different tables and schemas and whatever, and the tables and views that you're going to create. uh, I think I don't have to explain a lot about tables and views. Like we pretty much work on table, just in case you want to have an important table that you don't want to disturb it, or something that you feel it's quite important. We can create a temporary view. A view is simply a temporary storage which is not going to actually affect your table, because if it's going to be a prod data, it can get lost or something, and it can be a bigger issue. You don't want that to happen. So view is basically just a temporary storage. It is there, but it will not actually have a storage in the schema. So that's the advantage of creating your own views. And like you see here, this is just like insert into, or whatever. So here they're doing it. Here they're just doing. They're trying to actually copy a JSON file into they're trying to upload a JSON formatted file into the Snowflake here. So actually Snowflake can have any kind of, let me show you this 1 second. Okay, so this is the example that I wanted to show you. If you want to load any data into a table here, you can either call it directly from a connector. Either it's going to be your own MS SQL or whatever. You want to either connect it, or if you have something uploaded or something you have locally, this is the method how you want to. One second. So this is how you're going to upload your own local table into this SQL. Let me play. So you're going to select the right schema and you're going to select which table you wanted from your local to get uploaded. And I mean, the product dim JSON is the JSON file you want to do. And you're going to create a table right before you want to come to this phase. So you'll be creating a table before that, and it can be an empty dummy table. And then here you're going to surpass that with the correct JSON formatting data. So this is how it's going to work. So So here is an overview of how it looks, and it actually gives you the option whether you want to completely take the whole table or you just want to, load whatever columns of or whatever you wanted is the level here. And even it actually gives you a preview here, data preview, so that you can actually find if there's going to be any redundancy or the data type is going to be an issue. You're going to figure it out. And this has a connection with the Power BI as well. So I'll show you when that comes there. I'll show you that as well. So yeah, this is how your JSON file is getting uploaded here. And like you see the screen here, you can do any kind of querying here. And after that, you can actually do a sort of visualization. So you're going to query and you're going to see the result here. Actually, can you see on the right side of the result, there's a chart. I'm not able to show you. It actually shows a visual representation of how your current querying output looks like. For example, even if you have to do in any other tool, you're going to take the data, you're going to download it. Here we have this option. So this is going to show you a view, and this is going to be the downloading option, and this is going to be just a plain view, and this will show you which query ran what time. So you can even go and check your query editor on how it works and stuff. So when it's going to be contemporary, when we had even before Snowflake, you're going to download every time and then you're going to upload to a visualization tool, and that's how you're going to visualize. Here there's an advantage that you can see the chart immediately, so you'll know like what is actually happening in every small querying of your table. One second. Okay, so pretty much Snowflake works like the back end of whatever you wanted. So, like I said, there's definitely going to be a visualization aspect that you're going to get from there, but it's going to just be an overview. But as professionals, when you're going to deliver a report or when you want to do something to your client or when you're going to do it to your CTO, you obviously need something as a tool. So here I'm going to show you Power BI, but you have other tools like Power BI, Tableau, or anything else that you're going to use it for your visualization here. So again, it's just a business analytics tools. It helps us. Okay. So before that, okay. So before all of that, I'll take you the so as you know, Power BI is a Microsoft product again. And when you want to download, it gives you like a few days of free trial, and you just have to have your own professional ID before you sign in. So if it's going to be your own Gmail ID or something, it's not going to allow you. So that's how it works. So after you download it, you can. I have it downloaded locally, but so basically, Power BI has like different versions. Okay. One second. It has a Power BI service, it has a Power BI reporting and a lot of things. But I'll show you how a desktop works. Okay. Okay, this is how your initial page looks like. Uh, so it's going to take you directly because I have it locally. Sign in is not required. Again, I'm saying a professional, an office or a student ID only it will accept, not your own personal if you want to use it anytime. So initially, it's going to give you options. So these are the various data options that you're going to, extract to start working on. Like I said, any tabular data would work best. If not, also there are a lot of options from where you can extract your data. So let me show you what are the options. So yeah, why this is efficient because it not only extracts just basic Excel or CSV or XML or something. It even has a feature of taking from PDF from a Parquet file, and obviously when going forward you're going to connect to a lot of databases. You name a database, it has. So Power BI is good. It has access to all these, provided you just have the right access to the respective. So it even has the Amazon Redshift. So this is the Snowflake that I was talking here. So uh, again, Google BigQuery. Google BigQuery is a cloud base which Google developed. So it actually like how Azure has its own thing. Google has its BigQuery platform where you're going to get what do I say? It similarly works for Google, and the scalability is better there as well. So whatever you're going to do, and like the Amazon Redshift or any other database you want to go, and this MongoDB is all the very latest one that they're left recently. It's going to access from the Atlas SQL itself, and any data lakes you show, it's going to connect, and it's going to even have an access to the Power Platform. So the Power Platforms basically are something that automates your work. So I think people, you must have heard about Power Automate. Power Automate actually is a Microsoft's product, which actually automates a lot of things in Teams or, anything related to Microsoft. It actually automates. It can be an output work, or it can be a Teams work, or it can be anything. A repetitive task or anything that you need can be done by Power Automate. So that's an example I thought of showing. And obviously, all the Azure Synapses or Azure Blob Storage or whatever you name is going to work. And like I said, an online services as well. So let it be a Google Analytics. If you want to like take a real-time example, you want to dive into and take, or a LinkedIn sales. So any online platform that is with the right access, or that is not a. So this Hexagon is again a company which is a product-based company, but it's able to collect info even from the smart API. It shouldn't be a unsecured site or something. Apart from that, all the important Salesforce, Google Analytics, About Analytics, anything, GitHub, people are using a lot of GitHub data in real time. So it has all the advantages there as well. And the initial things, like if you're going to generate via a scripting language, generate via a Hadoop file storage, which is done a long back, or as a Spark that I was mentioning, anything and everything you're going to connect. And again, the web. So for now, we're going to collect info from our Excel only. So okay, so this navigator actually shows us an option because here we just have one sheet. There can be a case where a worksheet has a lot of pages, and you want to have just 2 pages combined or whatever. In that case, it's going to help you. And these options are going to actually help us. The point that I said in Snowflake as well. So the load, transform data, and cancel. So here there's no proper, there's no nulls, or there's nothing that you have to change. For example, there's no redundancy. It is a clean data. But if you actually want to do something, you can do via this transform data. So let me show you how that works. So transform data is nothing but it takes you to Power Edit query. Okay. So this is your plain source. So the source is going to show from where you have taken what is a table and all of that. And yeah, So how the columns, what are the columns and how it looks like is going to come in the next view. And here it's going to, the next step is done as a promoted headers. So what was actually shown, it's showing you whether it's the right one. If you want to change, you can do it here. And the change type here. So they've actually changed the date type here. So this is actually done because when you're going to do any visualization, your data should be super clean. Until then, it's going to keep on throwing errors. So you don't have to sit and type and query anything. For example, if you want to do something, oh, if you want to filter just widget A and you just want to work on that, so that is done. A filtering can happen, or anything like removing any columns. You feel like remove column works just for one column, and remove other columns basically works like you can select. So this is the latest update that Power BI has given. So remove column pretty much works like whichever column you want to remove, you remove. So here it's chosen product. So let me. Okay. So now the inventory level has gone here. So we have removed that column here. But like I said, if you want to show, just a second, remove other columns helps us actually remove columns. Okay, it has just kept predicted sales here. It has removed every other thing because I think it was automatically shifted here. So one more thing is here you have this applied steps that actually tells you what are the each transformation you're doing. So when I'm going to delete something, I'm going to get into the previous change. So this is going to happen. So this is the advantage. It has a lot of other things also. For example, the advanced editor actually helps us query anything. For example, it's going to be a custom thing that you want to help or anything. Here you see that this is giving you what we have done here. So if in case you want to, if you want to copy it and paste it in some SQL, or you want to do it in your Snowflake in the background, for which you don't have, a functionality, but you can still code it here so that the data would come right. So this is an advantage of Power BI. So here it's just showing whatever I've done. So it's promoted that all these uh, column headers are true. And the change data type here, you see that the date type has been changed. Remaining all are like text. So it's taking the right data type here. Because when the data type is an issue again, the when you're going to do a visualization, it's going to throw an error. And then what are your filter rows? So you have removed just the prod. You just kept the product widget A and the removed in the filtering row that I showed you and the removed columns. So why I'm showing this is either you can add a lot of things here in your advanced editor, or like I said, you can just take that snippet or whatever piece which is not working, which was not working in your backend, but you can see it's pretty much easy here. So you can paste it there. So that is an advanced thing. And managing is again whatever you want to do. Not only that, it even has the group by function, which actually works in SQL. So Power BI actually helps you in a way that you don't have to do a lot of coding at all. Everything is just drag and drop. Anything and everything is just drag and drop. After all the changes that are done, you have to just give a close and apply so the changes are working fine. So when you do that, you have to give the apply changes. Only then you're able to see the okay. Okay. So this is how your home screen is going to look like. So this is pretty much like your the topmost thing that the pane that you're seeing is pretty much like what you see in your PowerPoint or your charts. You pretty much know what is going to happen. And this is the data part. The view that you're viewing is just the data part and our respective columns you're going to see. And here it's going to be just one sheet here. In the case that we have a multiple sheets going to come one after the other. And this pane is just a visualization pane. So visualization pane actually helps us reduce it even doesn't allow us to do anything. It's just a simple drag and drop that you're going to do. And coming to this is going to be the basic reporting view. And the next one is going to be the table view. So when you immediately took your data, you want to see how your data looks like, you can just come and see here. And this is actually quite an important thing. Here you just have one table, but when you have like multiple tables involved, the modeling is actually going to be the primary thing. I'll show you an example where I've done a modeling here. Okay. So in this case, you're going to see like there are like 5 different tables. And 5 different tables cannot simply be called and cannot be worked on. For example, you will need a visualization based on just a district, and you want to connect a city here. So you want to obviously have a key here. So you're going to connect like how you do in your SQL regularly. You're going to connect. So it can be one-to-one mapping or one-to-many mapping. But here you can see here is the district, and district ID is getting mapped. So here the district ID is a primary key here, and it's just it is connected to multiple mapping here. And again here it is again a location ID to location ID. Why this is important is initially when you want to even start your dashboard, this is the first step that you're going to do. If it's going to be just a small drag and drop, it's just a one pager, you don't need a lot of modeling. But when it requires a strenuous data or a lot of data in your background that you want to connect, and the connection, it shouldn't throw any errors. In that case, you'll obviously need this. And coming to this is the DAX query. So DAX query is nothing but the only part, when you're going to some intermediate level or you're going to do an advanced Power BI thing, that is when you're going to use your DAX query. Obviously, a lot of things can be done just by drag and drop here. If in case you still want to do, there are situations where I can show you a real-time example. It's just a bigger dashboard, so it's this way. So like I mentioned, DAX query actually is doing nothing. It's just counting the top 10, top 100 or whatever. But let me show you how this looks like. Okay, so in this case, you're going to see a lot of these are the example where I said that a lot of tables will be in the same worksheet or whatever. Here we are taking from Snowflake. So I can show you how the connection looks like. 1 minute. Okay, when you want to see how your sourcing and how your data looks like, or you want to see from where you've got it, this is where you have to navigate to the transform data. So the transform data is nothing but the Power Edit query that we saw in the beginning. So initially, when you're loading also, you can do your transformation, or after you've loaded, whatever transformation you're doing is your transform data. So it's just because it's a bigger table, it's taking a lot of time. Okay. So this is an example of how you're going to connect to your Snowflake itself. So you're just going to give your database schema, and you're going to give in your password or whatever access you've got. And you're going to select the relevant, these are each different databases. Each different schemas that are coming. And from there, you again have a lot of tables involved. So from there, I'm going to take whichever I want. So this is the first step. You're going to see where can you connect it. It can be a Snowflake. It can be Power BI. It can be any other Azure Databricks or whatever. So this is actually going to see, for example, when you're newly entering and somebody has done a Power BI and you don't know where it's coming from, you just have to go to your Power Edit query and then come and look at the source. And here, like I mentioned, the navigation and what are the columns removed. So here the expanded app is a function that we're actually adding. There's no column name app, but we want to actually remove and do it to some other, like we want to do some other functionality to it. So we're adding it right away there. So even though you have a large data or something, you can just do it with a small, just writing a line of code, or even if you don't want, you just have to do a smaller change. This is how you're going to do. So here you have done this thing in such a way, like it's a nested loop here. So I don't want to dig into details. So it's basically a nested column there. So you just have to take inside the nested column, you just have to take one particular row, and one particular column, and then from that you're going to take the values. So that is what is happening here. So before I show a lot of that, I'll show you how the output looks like. So this is the light thing that we've been doing, but doing it simply. So okay. So like I said, the visualizations, the data aspect. So uh, if you want to create your own thing, you either click it here. 1 minute. So this is the page view here on the bottom, whatever you want. So you can add a new page and start creating. So like I mentioned, it's going to be all charts readily available. All you have to do is just a drag and drop. Either you can just click it here and it's going to come. You can resize the way you want to do. You can do it however you want. And now it's going to be the time when you want to add your fields. So here it's going to be a stack column chart. So I'm going to just take, I'm just going to take the product name and I'm just going to take the number of apps. Okay. Okay, number of apps linked to be a larger data. Okay, so on the axis, you even have this option. Let me, I'll show you some other. Okay. Okay. So the column here is app ID and the total cost operation here, for example. And what is happening here is so can you see the differences in each table? So each one is actually looking different because here you all that doesn't have any calculated symbol at the corner actually shows something else. So the one that is clear is just a normal table. It's just a drag and drop that you have just directly taken from your snowflake or whatever background you're going to take it. But this is something that is going to show you what is the other thing, other calculation or other metrics are done. So here we have added all these. So that's why you get here. So when I'm clicking here, you get to see all these things, right? So the newly created one actually comes and shows like it is a new measurement you've added or a new calculation that you've done. So this is the primary difference you get to find. A calculated field or a normal field is what you're going to see here. So again, like you see, it's a clear one. It's just a back end data that you see. Nothing we're doing, but the summation has all happened. Like you see here, these are all summation symbol, but it has all happened on the back end. So you're not doing anything here right away. But I'll show you another calculated field. So, okay. So application was not readily available as distinct count of, but again, you're going to do it here. So this is a calculated field here. So before that, I'll show you. So this is how larger complex ones work. So I'll show you an easy SEM info that we've taken. So basically, it's just an example I did last night. So, okay, like you saw, this visualization, it is just a mere clustering of, a stack column chart, and this is just a bar chart. And these are what is called a cards. Each card will actually give a card is used when you want to actually show the final amount or something very specific, just a one value thing, either the total cost or either the number of count or the number of cities you have. Just the one major thing if you want to show, you can show it in cards. So these are called cards. I will show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is how a card looks like. So when you drop in, you're going to see the major info that you want to see. Okay, and coming here. So as I already mentioned, this is showing the country and the sum of boxes in the example. I mean, I didn't show you the line by line. I'll show you how the data looks like. Okay. So here is just a small example: a salesperson, a product, a country, date, category, amount, boxes, and order status. I thought this will go with the whatever SCM that we're doing. So here, this is going to show you the average of whatever you're doing. And so 1 second. Okay. So what happened now is the latest feature that Power BI has enrolled. So that is called the cross filtering. For example, all these together here are actually connected, though it's a different chart, but each chart in the same page actually are connected to each other. For example, if I want to just select this particular salesperson thing, it is going to show me how this is affecting in the country wise the sum of boxes, and going to just show me that now sum of amount he has gained, and it's also going to show category wise. So this is the main advantage that you see. It not only does that, even when you want to do multiple or you want to choose whatever you want, you can do it here. So that is a key factor. Remaining everything are like simple that I've created. Just a normal drag and drop, and you can do. It's going to be salesperson, sum of amount, and it's going to be a pie chart regularly. Pie chart pretty much okay. So anytime you want to see what are the values that you have used, you just have to click here, and then you can go here and see like what are the values and fields that you have taken here. So I'm taking country and I'm taking the sum of amount to obtain this pie chart here. Again, this scatter or the this one is going to come from this one is coming pretty much from the date field. And in the date function, you have a special feature which is actually categorized based on year, quarter, month, day. For example, you have this actually simplifies our work in a lot of way. So these are all latest updates which are not available even a few years back. It's recently rolled out, and you can see this is pretty much like month wise. But if you just want to see quarter wise and all, it just works according the way you set it to happen. So this is the advantages of, so here you see. So this is the expansion that we can obtain using the date category. So I have done it based on the smallest date, but you want to level up. Okay. So this much lower it can keep on going when you want to see how it's working. So this is going to be pretty much like see, this is the overall year-wise data, but like I showed you, it's going to show you again in month-wise data. Again, if you still want to go deeper, you can see, I think the previous one was not month-wise. This is showing you the quarterly data like I showed you. So this is happening here. So this is the key advantage here. And then again, if you still want to deep dive, it's month wise. And if you still want to deep dive here, it is going to be the week wise, I guess, whatever they've taken here. So this is how, easy or however you want it to be visualized, however deep you want to see. You cannot just keep querying and getting every input. Just with this drag and drop or just with clicks, you're able to obtain that here. Again, this is like sales first sum. Like I said, this actually allows you to filter, and it also is it automatically does the ascending and descending sorting also. So it is super fast. See, you're able to see, right? It's automatically doing the ascending and descending sorting as well. And like I said, it's cross-functional, cross-filtering, so everything happens together. So this is just an example to state yesterday, but if you want to, you can start with your questions. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Okay. Okay. If you just feel free, if you have anything not even related to this, if you want to ask about Snowflake or anything else, also it's fine. So if you have anything, please ask me, else we can finish the session for now. Fine then. Ah, 1 second.
Yeah, ma'am. Really, it was a nice session. Actually, I have taken the class for BI. I was a trained person by Infosys, Dr. Seema Acharya. I know very well about the OLAP, OLTP concepts. Today, I hear it was a BI that's my thing. Really, whatever I have experienced, they said that top-down approach, whatever I have learned as a theory part, now I got a clear experience how to implement it. Really, thanks for that. Thank you.
Okay, if nothing else, I guess we can stop the session. And I guess your next session starts at 1:30, I guess. So thank you all. Thank you for patiently listening. Thank you. Bye.